What up, dude? It's a studio update. It's been a long time. Last time I did this, I was fiercely unemployed. When I got my little garbage drink. Put that down for now. For now. Fiercely unemployed. Actually, look at this. Fiercely unemployed. Two in the chamber. That's the way I always look it. But when I first started this, I was...
The number you dialed is not a working number. Please check the number and dial again.
I make cuts, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Does it really matter? Not really. Started making candles when I was employment challenged, and it did okay. It did okay, right? I was able to pay my bills. That was pretty cool. So I didn't have to suffer as much. I did some like artwork on the side here and there for some money. That was good. I feel like I'm really far away. We're gonna fix that. Anyways, we're gonna fix the lighting. Normally I light stuff with this. This is like a $10 light on Amazon. You can choose multiple colors and shit like that, but you know, I don't have another pole, so I don't really care about using it right now. So we're gonna DIY something. We got this. I got this for Christmas, so I do not know how much it costs. It is insanely bright. Yes. So what we're gonna do is take a white piece of paper and let's create some soft whiteboard. White piece of paper. Let's see, maximum brightness. Still kind of looks like shit. I feel like I'm just summoning something. I bought a hat. So when I was super poor, which still poor, when I used to do videos back then, or at least let's say attempts back then, the only thing I had was a $1 light and a white piece of paper and some tape. Except I didn't have tape, I had Christmas packaging stickers, where you write your name shit. Right? A little better. I don't know if this necessarily fixes anything. Not really. But I guess we'll take it for now.
I do it! Confess you're fucking through it! You wanna talk about our times? You never know what it's like on the other side!
Anyways. Back to what I was doing. I was unemployed, taught myself how to make candles. That was cool. During that time, I also traveled to West Virginia. That was the worst trip of my goddamn life. West Virginia sucks ass. People were very nice. Maybe I just didn't do anything awesome. I don't know. I saw like a really cool bridge that's like huge. That's a good description. Bridge on screen. Here. Yeah. Anyways, big ass bridge, boy. Didn't really like West Virginia, but it was cool to go down south. I still would have liked, you know, to leave the East Coast or something, but you know, I don't have any fucking money, so I took an opportunity to travel when I could. So I did it. So let's take a studio update thing. Yeah. This, from last time, I have a wax melter. Obviously, most people already knew that. So this is where I make everything. I got posters that I put there from either something I thought was funny. That was one that was supposed to be like motivation to keep making candles. I ended up actually buying those sneakers, so with candle money. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's Geraldine's. It was the last Geraldine show. You know, I played in Chokeout. That was a thing I was sending people if they bought candles from me online. Nobody ever does. And then I had this cool poster made. I designed that myself. So obviously all the R&D for doing candles, which is, I don't actually know what the fuck that means, but it's done all entirely by me. I recently bought different wicks because I was interested to see how it would burn, if it would burn better than the ones I currently have, which are like these really thick wicks. Back like this. They're really thick. I like them because they burn hotter, so bigger flame, more smell, you know. At least that's how I read it on the internet. I was wildly self-taught. Alright, keep moving. My ears on this thing keep touching the duct. But tried these ones out. Didn't really burn how I wanted it. Flame's a little small. It goes out after a while. So not good. So I don't use that. Honestly, I keep candles for myself because I like to. That's a Christmas one. But I also keep ones that are considered failures. This one, the first ones I made, it's called Northern Fall. It was like pumpkin pie and pine trees. So I had an idea. I was like, oh, maybe if you could combine like a woodsy smell with like a pumpkin-y kind of smell, it would be awesome. It's not awful, but it's not what I want. Like when people buy my shit, I just want it to be like if people really like it. That's what I want. Sipskis. I know I should be careful with energy drinks because especially makes your anxiety go up. I'll probably at some point think I'm going to have a heart attack because when I turned 30, my dad kept telling me I was going to die. So now here we are. 32 years old with tons of anxiety, more than I've ever had. Awesome. But got other failed experiments. This was an original Fat Kids candle. The reason why I didn't put it out is because the wick unset from the bottom. So, like, you can still burn it and nothing bad's going to happen. But the way it ended up looking, I didn't really like it, so it does not go to people. I don't want to buy something that's garbage, and I don't want to give people something that's garbage. Other these ones are just like half-burnt ones that my room is filled with half-burnt candles because I burn them all the time. Either to watch them, how they burn, how they smell once they're burning before I sell them, or I just like the smell, so I burn candles, you know. I make them, so we're going to use them. Now we've gotten our first jitters out of the way. Maybe we'll make some candles today. I think that could be cool, right? I've also since updated my label. You can see Wolfpit candle. The mountains is a painting I drew on the computer. Now it sounds like a boomer thing to say, but you can paint on Photoshop if you have the right brushes, and you can download a bunch of brushes for free, or you can buy them. They have different textures. Some you can get closer to a real paintbrush, but it's it's never going to be entirely real because it's not like oil paint or whatever. But it has this similar texture, but it's digital, so it is different. And obviously, I can just Control Z, and my mistakes are gone, as opposed to pen and paper or painting. There's no take Z, back Z's. But anyways, I really do not have a good filming environment. So eventually, I'm not going to be doing as many just studio updates, which just like seems to be every time I feel like I should get back into doing YouTube. It's like I like editing and I like doing YouTube. I'm just always conflicted about the names. It's always like, oh, if I'm doing this style of thing, I need a different name. I need to be a gaming channel, so it needs to say gaming, or it needs to be gaming related. But realistically, it doesn't fucking matter, and it's never mattered. But like, I can't convince myself that. This here be a Presto pot. I'm pretty sure it's a Presto pot because the handles say Presto. But it's for candle making. Somebody has drilled a hole and put a tap on here. So you turn that, wax comes out, and I fill my containers. I usually heat my wax to about 200, and then I drop it down to 176 is when I start adding scent. Normally I'm not so open about my secrets. Not really secrets, you can just Google them. I just don't want people ripping me off, especially right away. I didn't want people ripping me off, so I didn't talk about it. So, something interesting about soy, especially if it's 100% soy, when it cools, it'll sometimes leave little pits and cracks. Not necessarily cracks, somebody's going to correct me because, people are assholes, but kind of like pits, because it's natural, it just happens. I could take like a heat source and smooth out the top and really make it pristine. Yeah, pits. If you mix it with, I want to say it's paraffin wax. I keep telling myself it's paraben. Paraben is something else. Paraffin wax is like you get Yankee Candle, or in Westfield there's like Pilgrim Candle. A lot of the bigger candle companies, maybe not Kringle, I haven't looked into them, but a lot of the bigger candle companies will use paraffin wax mixed with soy, so it's like a blend, and it ends up being kind of translucent. By itself, soy will look like this, white, without any color. It's just fucking white. So when you add color, even a little bit of color doesn't do much, and it ends up being kind of more of like a pastel. Anything like, I think I did like 40 drops of brown in this, but it probably wasn't a high-end brown. It ends up more like a cream. Because the soy is naturally white, you have to think about every color combination adding a ton of white to it. So if you really want like black, you have really have to saturate it. Really. Usually on my candles, I have a playlist going. Obviously with the camera, we're not going to do that because it's kind of dumb. You'll just hear background noise the whole time, and then I'll get like copyright stricken. Anyways, a lot of also doing candles is doing fucking dishes all the time. These little fucking jars. Every one I get in, a hand wash. So you have to hand wash them. A lot of times they come in like oil or something from the factory, I'm guessing. I don't think people just open them and put oil in them to annoy me. That would be hilarious, but they don't do that. So this is what melted soy wax looks like. Something to play with it with. Yeah, kind of yellowy. That's still some unmelted bits on the bottom. So I use this thermometer to give me the temperature I'm after. But it's not quite there yet. I like to come up with shit that's fun and interesting, and a way to get rid of certain scent, and a way to get rid of some scents that I've had lying around. So let's see. Our tap of this gets really fucking hot. I'm gonna fill the 500 milliliters. I got a container under that to catch the drippies. I'm gonna shake up the fragrances. Let's fix the camera a little bit. This is orange. I originally bought this for Christmas. I guess you're not supposed to keep scents for like 6 months, but we're gonna use it anyways. Not that it's gonna have any long-lasting effect. I think the potency is no longer guaranteed. So I guess watermelon and strawberry is a type of drink people drink. So that's what we're gonna do. I like to shake all these before I use them. Also, it's fun. So I'm just gonna do this right off the rip. Let's see. Tablespoon of watermelon. I'll add color whenever the fuck I want. Well, there's like temperatures to do color at, but it doesn't really matter that much. Well, to me anyways. Now the fun part. I suppose that's to be expected. Orange is a very powerful scent, so damn. So we're gonna add another tablespoon of melon. Change anything? A little bit. Not a whole lot though. We're gonna do some pouring. Now to be careful now. Careful not to get doo-doo on your fingers. Try to get it as center as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just gotta be pretty good. Raw and perfect, and that's totally cool. That's what makes you unique. You have to call it to love yourself more. Sometimes I think I'm just saying shit to make myself believe it. But realistically, you should never be super hard on yourself because you can't control everything. Even the stuff you want to. That's a pretty nice orange. So you don't overfill it like you did last time. Not that I don't want to give people more stuff. I'm always down with that, but I overfilled and it was a mess. Who's having a fun candle day? I am. Focus, 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 focus. It's really hard to do when you got crippling ADHD. I've learned to accept that there's certain things about myself I can't really change, nor do I want to. And I let myself be distracted when it doesn't interfere with my life. Or I suppose when it doesn't interfere with work or whatever else. You should give yourself the leniency to know that you're gonna. And give yourself the leniency to know you're gonna make mistakes. And go from there. Watching this video. If you did, remember to like and subscribe.